So this is physics. Have you ever dropped a cat? If not, why are you still watching? Come on, be honest with yourself. Have you ever dropped a cat? I have. And watched it twist midair like a ninja, flipping and flopping until it landed lightly on its feet. Now you've done that before too. It's fine, don't worry. Won't tell anyone. But how do they always land on their feet? Is it magic? Nope, it's physics. Sure, cats have something called the righting reflex, which is basically their superpower for landing on their feet. But how does that work exactly? Well, let's take a look. Cats develop this ability at just 3 weeks old. When they start to explore the world outside the nice warm nest their mom provided, by the time they're 7 weeks old, they're little furry acrobats, leaping, bounding, and twisting with the best of them. So what's the secret to their success? How do they twist themselves into pretzels and come out unscathed? It all comes down to how they rotate in midair. Cats don't just spin on the spot like a ballerina or a top. Instead, they bend in the middle and rotate their front half in one direction and their back half in the other. When a cat falls, it takes a few steps to orient itself and prepare for landing. First, the cat extends its legs and tail to increase its surface area, which slows down the fall and gives it more time to maneuver. Then it contracts its abdominal muscles, pushing its spine into a C shape. This helps it rotate quickly and efficiently. Finally, the cat extends its legs again, this time with the front legs pointing in the opposite direction from the back legs. This sets up a twisting motion that allows the cat to rotate almost 360 degrees in the air. Now you might think that the cat is spinning like a figure skater or a basketball with the rotation happening around a central axis, but that's not the case. There's no net spin, but total twist. The cat is rotating like an airplane, with the rotation happening around 2 axes. One axis is through the longitudinal center of mass of the cat, and the other one is through the cat's hips. That's right, cat is made of 2 parts, and each part rotates around its own axis. The front part includes the head and torso, and the back part includes the hips and tail. By controlling these rotations independently, the cat can maneuver itself in any direction. This means that a cat can rotate almost 360 degrees in any direction in less than a second. That's pretty fast. But how is it even possible for a cat to bend like that without breaking its back? Well, it's all about their spines. Cats have spines that are made of bones called vertebrae. These vertebrae are connected by ligaments and discs that allow for a lot of flexibility. Plus, cats don't have collarbones, so their front legs have a greater range of motion. That means that a cat can twist its torso almost 90 degrees to either side. Now, that's impressive flexibility. It's not just about the spine, it's also about how the spine moves. When a cat falls, it doesn't just rotate its spine like a rigid object. Instead, it rotates its spine in a way that takes advantage of the inertia of its body. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist changes in motion. So when a cat falls, it uses its inertia to keep its body moving forward, while it rotates its spine. This allows the cat to rotate quickly and efficiently without wasting energy. But there's still one more piece to the puzzle. How do cats control their rotations so precisely? Well, that's thanks to their muscles. Cats have a lot of muscles in their spine and limbs that allow them to control their body's movements. When a cat falls, it contracts the muscles in its abdomen and legs to rotate its spine and limbs. These muscles are connected to the cat's brain by nerves that send signals back and forth. When the cat starts to fall, sensors in its body send signals to the brain about the cat's position and movement. The brain then sends signals back to the muscles telling them how to move. This allows the cat to adjust its movements in real time and make sure it lands on its feet. But wait, there's more. Cats also use their ears and eyes to help them land on their feet. See, when a cat falls, it needs to orient itself with respect to the ground. The cat uses its ears to listen for sounds that can help it locate the ground. For example, if there's a nearby dog barking, the cat will move towards the sound. The cat also uses its eyes to look for visual cues that can help it land on its feet. For example, if there's a tree nearby, the cat will move towards it and try to land on a branch. Plus, cats aren't just twisting in midair. They're also spreading their legs like a flying squirrel to slow their fall. You see, when a cat falls, it needs to reduce its speed before it hits the ground. If the cat is going too fast, it could get hurt when it lands. So instead of tucking its legs in, the cat spreads its legs to increase its surface area. This increases the amount of air resistance the cat experiences, which slows the cat down. Cats also use their tails to help them steer and balance themselves when they're falling. The tail acts as a rudder, helping the cat rotate and maneuver in the air. By controlling the angle of their tail, cats can change the direction of their rotation and adjust their position before landing. Okay, so now we know how cats twist and turn and flip and flop their way to safety. But the question remains, why don't humans have the same ability? Well, it's because we're just not built the same way cats are. Humans don't have the same flexible spines or lack of collarbones that cats have. Plus, our brains don't send the same signals to our muscles when we fall. And let's face it, we're kind of clumsy. Most humans would break a leg or two trying to copy a cat's mid-air acrobatics. So next time you see a cat land perfectly on its feet after a fall, remember it's not using witchcraft. It's using angular momentum and body control that would make a gymnast jealous. And let's be honest, we've all dropped a cat at least once. It happens to the best of us. Just ask my vet. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Cats can't meow when they're falling. That's because the act of meowing requires them to use their diaphragm and vocal cords, which are located in their chest cavity. When a cat is falling, its chest cavity is compressed, which makes it difficult to meow. But don't worry, cats can still communicate with each other while falling. They can hiss, growl, and yowl, which are sounds that don't require the use of their vocal cords. So there you have it. Cats may seem like they're using magic to land on their feet, but it's really just science. Sure, they've got some special skills and adaptations that help them out, but at the end of the day, it's their flexible spines. Lack of collarbones and general cuteness that allows them to twist and turn and land safely. So next time you see a cat in free fall, don't worry, it'll be okay. Unless it's my cat, and I'm gonna freak out and hide behind the couch. Speaking of cats, have you ever wondered why your cat purrs? Well, wonder no more. Purring is a cat's way of communicating that they're happy and relaxed. It's their version of a sigh of relief. When a cat purrs, it vibrates its vocal cords at a frequency of around 25 to 150 hertz. This produces a low-pitched sound that's often described as rumbling. Cats purr for a variety of reasons, such as when they're being petted, when they're eating, or even when they're simply feeling content. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more fun and educational content. And if you want to leave a comment, why not drop a meow? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.